Hey everybody, I'm Sara Wiseman. Welcome to Divine Astrology, June 2020. Soul thought is here. Your soul growth comes from soul lessons, and these have been presented to you as challenges, trauma, and pain. As Soul Collective, it has been century upon century of pain and misery. The suffering was endless. One lifetime led to the next lifetime, and it was dark, dismal. Your awareness was very low. See as we see, Earth as a planet shrouded in darkness, all of you sleeping. And then suddenly the spark of awareness here, there, a few more. We knew this would happen. It always does. Beings always evolve. And yet there is such celebration when we see consciousness sparking on a planet. They are waking up. The humans are waking up. And all the plants and animals and life forms and non-life forms that have been conscious for eons breathe a collective sigh of relief. The humans are waking up. Things will be easier at last. At last, the tyranny of the small mind, the dull mind, the violent, greedy, vindictive mind that is the unenlightened human is coming to an end. We do not judge what has been because you have been the only way you could be with your understanding. But now your understanding has opened, and it is such relief for the planet which has been ravaged by the primitive ways of humans. All of this tyranny continued for generation after generation as you evolved up through your lifetimes. Century after century, one mistake after another, one misunderstanding after another, as you made your way. More pain, more suffering, more distraction, more greed. You had energy, you had force, you had the desire to explore and experience. You did these well. You had the desire to conquer and control. You did these well. You had and have the desire to build and create. You did these well also. But all of this energy and force was used for power, for one to control another, for one to stand higher than the other. This is where you were mistaken. This is where you did not understand. You did not understand oneness. You believed that you were in control, in charge. You did not understand that everything is in charge. You did not understand that there is no control. There is no need for control because there is no hierarchy. Collective soul is an inclusive, equal, interconnectedness. There is no hierarchy of souls. What affects one affects one. So across all these generations, you are creating the most dismal karma that will certainly need to be relearned and untangled later. And the further you walked on the wrong path of separation, the worse things got. And yet, even then, there were the sparks. Some we placed in situations where they would be easily discovered and they could spread light quickly. Their understanding would be easily received and spread. Others we assisted. We helped them wake up in the way they had contracted with a big life event, a sudden disruption, a sudden return to source. Others we fought to bring to the light through abuse, addiction, poverty, violence. We found them suffering and we showed the light and they remembered immediately. Know also, we do not just come to a certain kind of human. We do not come only to the spiritual. We come to all styles of people because all styles of human are needed. They bring their own understandings, their own spark, their own task that is ready to be done. We come to people of the most unlikely backgrounds, situations, and personalities. Don't be fooled by the outer experience. Every kind of human can be sparked with light. You are all needed for the evolution of consciousness. So there we were, waiting, the occasional spark, sparking, but often dimming in a lifetime. If you are born with understanding or you receive understanding, but you are the only one in your family, tribe, village, town who has this understanding, it's hard to hold on to the light. This was how it was for many centuries, spark after spark, but no way for a human with understanding to find another human with understanding. And here is where technology, tool of consciousness evolution, began to assist you. The first technology was literacy, and then the other systems, press, photography, phone, books, radio, television, movies, X-ray, all of these communication systems suddenly allowing image and sound and meaning to move across time and space and to create the awareness of telepathy. Telepathy, not here yet, but the beginning awareness. We can communicate when we are not in the same place. We can share ideas. We are not when we are not in the same time. And suddenly we arrive at an evolution marker, harmonic convergence, a shift, and finally, the Aquarian age. We have arrived finally, and you are ready. One sparks, then another, and soon all over the planet, the sparks are sparking, and we can see a new level of understanding has opened. You have opened into a new dimension. A celebration at last. Now we can proceed with more interesting work. Yes, we helped, but we did not interfere, yet we did also not withhold. If the timing is correct and enough of you are ready, we will offer the next key. It is usually technology at this stage or a new thought system. We are always helping, but we cannot do the work for you. If we were to do the work for you, you would not learn, and the point of your existence is to learn. Later, there is more development. There is telepathy. There is no materializing or dematerializing because this is not necessary. Later, you understand how to simply go there. Soon is generations, not centuries. The progression of telepathy and soul thought moves very, very quickly for you now. Soon is soon. I'm Sara Wiseman. That was our June Divine Astrology channeled messages. And interesting, I haven't had these messages quite so forcefully about this idea of telepathy and technology and sort of the things that are coming, not that far away, a couple generations, but probably sparking now. Please subscribe. Subscribing is the best because that's how these messages are going to be delivered going forward. And if you'd like to find me, you can find me at sarawiseman.com. Thanks for listening.